Hello, we move on to the next part on permutation of different objects. Okay, in the last video we actually saw the concept of permutation. So today we are going to look at permutation of n different objects. So basically, if you have n number of objects and you want to arrange them in order, so we use this n factorial equals to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 and so on right up to the value of 1. Okay, so let's say for an example we have this. How many different ways can the alphabets of the word eat be arranged? So you have got EAT. This one has 3 alphabets. So if you want to arrange them in order, so your number of ways will be, so I've got E, A, and T. So example, so let's say I've got something like this. So in my first space, I can have E, I can have A, I can have T. So the choice, I've got 3 choices. Now let's say I've already picked E. So probably here I've only got A and T. That means I've got 2 choices here. So let's say here I picked T, so what's left is A here. So this is only 1 choice, right? So it's actually 3 times 2 times 1. So the number of A's will be 3 factorial. Okay, if we are using the sign of factorial, so this becomes 3 times 2 times 1. So that gives me 6. Alright, so this is one condition. Okay, now let's say you have got permutation of n different objects taken R at a time. Meaning, if you have, let's say I've got 5 objects and I only want 2. So n here represents 5. P stands for permutation. R is 2. So this becomes, the formula is n factorial over n minus r factorial. Right? This is if we have n objects and we only want R, picked R at a time. Okay. So look at an example. Okay. So let's say you have, find the number of permutations of A, 5 objects taken 2 at a time. Okay. And B, we have got 8 objects taken 5 at a time. So how will you do it? The formula is this. NPR equals to n factorial over n minus r factorial. So n here stands for the, normally is the number of trials. So in this case, I've got 5. So it's 5 P. How many am I picking? I'm picking 2. So it's 5P2. So according to the formula is n factorial. So it's 5 factorial over n minus r. So this is n minus r 2 factorial. Okay. Alright. Okay. So now let's say I've got 8 objects and taken 5 at a time. So it'll be 8P5. Okay, so this one will be 8 factorial. 8 minus 5 factorial. So I'll give you an answer for this. So this will become 5 factorial. Okay, 5 minus 2 is actually 3 factorial. So we'll actually get 5 . So it's 60 different ways, okay, of picking 2 out of 5 objects. Alright. Okay, likewise for this, we have got 8P5. So it's 8. So we've got 7,000 6,720, right? So this is 8 over 3 factorial. So we get okay, so it's 336. Okay, different ways of how we can actually get. So you want to pick 5 out of 8 objects. Okay, so for this one, so how many different 5-digit codes can be formed by using digits of 1 up to 8 without repetition? So I only want 5. So altogether I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. And I only want 5-digit code without repetition. Okay, so meaning here, for this 8 digits, there's no other conditions given. So in the first place, I've got 8 digits all in, so I've got 8 choices. Picked 1 here, so now it's left with 7 choices. So I picked 2, so 6. I picked 3 out of 8, so this is 5. And next one is 4. Okay, so this is actually, if you're using the multiplication rule, this is actually, so your number of the ways, so number of ways, so this will be 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Okay, so you can actually use your calculator for that. 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Okay, you get about 6720. Check again. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. Okay, so we get about 6720. Okay, another way of doing is, if let's say you want to use the formula itself, out of 8 digits, I'm going to pick 5. Okay, so this is 8 factorial over 8 minus 5 factorial. Okay, 5-digit code without repetition. So what you'll actually get is 8, 5. So you'll actually get 6720 if you're using this method of doing it. Alright, so eventually you still come to the same answers. Okay. Okay, so we did 2 concepts. One is if we have n objects and we arrange all n, that's one. And another one is if we have n objects and we're actually just picking r objects to be arranged. Okay, so these are 2 concepts under permutation. Thank you.